Good day all. Kathy with the Scrap and Crafty Gardener again. And I'm making a card almost identical layout wise to the card I made yesterday. But I did want to show you that I forgot to do something on this card, and I can't do it now that it's all put together. But these black line strips I was going to put on each side of that pink to add some more black. So I'm going to do that today. Now I'm making a boy's card today. It could be for a young child or an older, maybe a preteen. So let me get started. I'm going to make a golden brown card today. This is 10 by 7, scored at the 5-inch folder to increase it with my bone folder. And then I have a piece of white that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 for the inside, a piece of white that is 4 by 6 for the outside, and another piece that's 4 3/8 by 6 3/8 for the outside, and then a piece of black that is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I've already cut out the birthday sentiment because I'm going to use the exact same birthday die that I used yesterday. And I have already stamped and fussy cut out this dinosaur. This is from Peddler's Den, Making a Scene sets. This is their Dinosaurs PDC 029. They do come with die cuts. I did not purchase the die cuts, but I cut him out to save some time. And I also cut and stamped the inside, which is why I didn't show you. I put the little dinosaur down here, and then I colored him in. I did that so I could get the colors for the outside and get them right. So I'm going to start just by putting the inside on here. And I colored this with the alcohol inks, and when I go to do the big one, I'll show you what colors I used. And this is going to go on the inside, just like that. And we can set that aside for a little while. Now this white piece, that's just going to go out there. Now this one is the one I'm going to take my 1/4-inch washi tape, and I've selected 2 colors for that. I have one that's kind of an olive green and one that is kind of a dusty burnt orange. Let's see if I can find the end of the tape here. There it is. It's kind of a pale, dusty, burnt orange. Boy, that looks like I've got some lack of oxygen going on. My fingers are stained blue. I was doing blueberries earlier. And blackberries. All right. So now I am going to take, just like I did before, only I'm going to start with the orange this time. And I'm just going to put a small strip here in the corner. And then I have the same strip that I used yesterday. This is a 1.5-inch wide scrap paper. And I'm just using that to make placement for my washi tape, to make them nice and evenly spaced. And this one's a little dried out. Trying to make sure I adhere that down. And then I'll move this over another strip. And put the orange. And then move that over. And put a green. Now I'm going to take the Masking Magic, and I should be able to use the strips I used for yesterday's card. And I'm just going to cover up my washi tape. If you don't put anything over your washi tape, you'll get your ink colors in that. If you want them there, that's okay. And if you don't want to put the washi tape until you're done, washi tape is see-through, so anything here, I'll show you on him. You would see the ink through it. So you would see your design through the washi tape. And if that's the look you're going for, there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. I just want to cover up my washi tape so that my strips are ready to go. Because I am going to be doing some stenciling. And I just don't want to get the stencil where I don't want it. Now, This is my sample for the stencil. This is a 5-piece dinosaur stencil. I believe I got this from Amazon. If so, I'll have the link below. And I've got them numbered, and they all go in there. 1, 2. And I'm just going to take a piece of washi tape and I'm going to mark it at the top and the bottom corner, because these ones have dinosaurs that go in different directions, so it's kind of important to keep it in the order that they come so that they don't overlap or you get a dinosaur on a dinosaur. I picked a couple colors. I'm going to do Cabbage and Artichoke and Rusty Hinge. So let me get my green brush. And these two are from Simon Says Stamps. These are, there, got it. I'm going to start with the small dinosaur first. And I'm going to just grab some scrap paper here. Oops, good thing that was just my sample. It's a pretty green. All right, that's where I want it to be. So I'm going to start stenciling in my dinosaurs. See, and that one went right over the washi tape, which is why I put the masking magic. That's why it'll look like he's hidden behind it. Okay. That's stencil 1. Now stencil 2. And this one I'm going to go with the Rusty Hinge. Just gotta clean this up a little bit there. Pardon the reach. It's kind of it's an orange, but a brown at the same time. I'm gonna just clean off my orange brush here. Oh good, there's not a lot on it. So this is Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Rusty Hinge. Make sure I got that lined up. And here we go. Sorry, my desk chair's in a squeaky mood today. And I'm just going to put a little piece of that scrap paper over here because my card is sticking out. So that's number 2. Number 3. Let's see, here they are going to overlap. So, that's because I didn't have my number down in this corner. Now this one I'm going to go in with the Artichoke. Which is a darker green. And again, that paper is, I'm just going to tuck that right under there. So cute so far. That's stencil 3. Now 4 are bones and feet. So I'm going to go with the Rusty Hinge, but I'm just going to go lightly so that they're very pale. Otherwise, I could have picked up another color. All right. And then number 5, it looks like a bumblebee, but it's a pterodactyl. And I'm going to use Kale, which is the darkest green. I'm going to move that over just a little so that I have some on the edge over here. And I'm going to angle it a little bit so that my birds, my dino birds aren't attacking my other birds and dinos. You know what I mean. I'm not even sure I know what I mean, but anyways, I think you get the point. All right. These brushes over here. Now I'm going to peel up my masking magic without peeling up my washi tape. That is wanting to come up. All right. And I think I've used that masking magic pretty much, so I'm going to. Now this, I'm just going to bend this washi tape back and cut off any that will stick out the edge. Scissors here. Okay. I'm going to clean off my mat real quick here. And get a wet wipe. And then I'm going to show you what I wanted to do on yesterday's card with the sticker strips. These I get from StampOnIt. And I was going to use the black yesterday and today I'm using copper. These are little stickers. This side has, both sides have a pattern on them. I'm going to be using the one that has a straight edge on one side and a pattern on the other. And I am just going to put that right alongside my washi tape. Just to give a little extra textural element here. And then some of these are just solid with no scalloping. I want to use the strips on here that have a scallop on one side and flat on the other. And now I'm going to do that again. I want to have one on each side of my washi tape. I think it'll just add a little something. It may be a little too much, and that's okay. That's how I find out what I do and don't like, by experimenting. And you never know till you try. You might go, oh, I really like that, or I don't know about that. And I think this is going to be one of those I like it moments. Another one that is scalloped on one side. I think I only paid like $2.50 for that pack of strips. I use these for a lot of different things. You don't always see them on my cards on the internet, but I love these little sticker strips. It adds a little bit of bling when you really don't want to add bling, like to a guy's card, or to maybe a girl who doesn't like bling. Okay, I'm just going to bend these under. You could cut them off, but having them bent under will add just a little extra security so that it doesn't pull off easily. Now that one I twisted, so I will just trim them. Okay, so that's how that looks. And now that makes me think I want to take this and add a little bit of copper color to that. And so I'm going to put this together now. Make sure that that's straight. And then this is going to go right down on top of that. And the way these dinosaurs are going, there really isn't a right side or a wrong side. You could have your dinosaurs facing that way, or you could turn it with your dinosaurs that way. I think I like it this way. Just kind of center that, and I'm going to put this down right on top. And I am going to get my black Wink of Stella. But I kind of have two choices here. I've got my black Wink of Stella, and I have this gold Wink of Stella. So I'm just going to take a scrap piece of black up here. The gold adds a little bit of gold glitter to it, whereas the black, it just makes it blacker with a little bit of gold. I'm thinking I'm liking the, now that they dry, I think I want to go with the gold. It just has more glitter, gold glitter in it. So I'm just going to use my scrap paper here. And I'll just color this all up with the glitter glue, which is what Wink of Stella is. Pardon me. And then while this dries, I will color my dinosaur. Now, if I would have had some copper cardstock, that would have been awesome. Or if I had copper foil, I could have taken this die cut and cut it out of double-sided sticky paper and put foil on it. So that's going to dry while I color my dinosaur. I've chosen two colors, G554 bronze green and Y583 dark yellow. These are the Ohuhu art markers. And I'm just going to color away here. Pretty much, I am just going to follow the outline. I'm going to leave his mouth open so that I can color that in the other color. That's one thing when I like cutting a no-line fussy cut. So I don't have to worry about coloring outside the lines, as I am wont to do at times. I had a little bit of glue on my finger and I almost pulled off his back leg there. That wouldn't have been good. Now, I'm sure the person in your life who likes dinosaurs may tell you this is the wrong color. And that's okay. Go with what they know. This is the dinosaurs in my world. Now with alcohol inks, one nice thing about them, the more you go over with the same color, you get a darker coloring and then more of a two-toned effect. Now I'm going in with the dark yellow, and I'm going to do his inside of his mouth, an eye, and then I'm just going to come along and add in some stripes that were already on the die, just to add some shading, highlighting. I'll go over those a couple of times just to add a deeper color. All right. Okay. Ooh, I think I am going to wink a Stella this, not wink a Stella. I'm going to use some stickles on this guy. All right, and I'm going to angle this one lopsided, cattywampus, crooked, not straight. Sometimes that my mind just says, go for it. And I'm going to glue the birthday down flat. I love my precision press for these little pieces. I still use my Tombow to put the larger pieces together. I just get a lot more glue out at once. This is just wonderful. Now this, I'm gonna keep that straight, which will make it look a little crooked because of the way this is. Now this guy, I want to pop up, and I want to pop him up fairly. These are too thin. I'm going to use these. So what I'm going to do is cut this in strips here. So I don't know if you know, but when you get circle stickers like this, the back and all of the parts in between are all stickers. So you can just cut this to the shape you need it and use up that whole sheet without waste. I just want a narrow strip. Make sure I didn't cut that one too wide. Yeah, that's going to show through the leg. Okay. Now I think I'm going to use the diamond stickles on here because that is going to make him just sparkle golden coppery. I'm just going to throw some on here and then spread it out with my paintbrush. And let's see, do I want my fat brush or my skinny brush today? I'll use the fat brush. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of his feet because those I'm going to have stuck down, hopefully. I just got some stickles over here. If you wipe it off right away, no stickles. Now I just need a few little embellishments, and I'm thinking, the brown from this set I got from Christmas last year. All right. Okay, that is my card for today. See how you can take the same idea using different stencils, different stamp or die sets, and come up with a card for a different occasion, a different person. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I can inspire you to just take your stuff out and play with it and do different things. I see how that copper, I love how that copper shines. But take your washi tape. I know if you're like me, we've got tons of it. This is just one of my rolls of the 1/4 inch washi tape on a dowel rod. Use it. Play with it. Have fun. If you make a mistake, it's just paper and washi tape. Have a great rest of your day.